Hey guys, and welcome to the last ranked SKYWARS video on YouTube. Unless, I honestly don't even know what's going on. Nobody really knows what's going on. Basically, a couple weeks ago, Simon tweeted out on Twitter saying that if his tweet got 5,000 likes, he would delete ranked SKYWARS. Obviously, it went and surpassed that like goal by a long shot, because really, who likes this game? It really does nothing good for the community. It is a good game, but the impact on the server as a whole is just like, it is not worth it for how few people play it. So obviously, it got more than 5,000 likes like instantly. Simon, of course, had to perplex us by following it up with haha JK, unless, hence my little intro there, because really I don't know what's going on. I basically just wanted to use this video as an excuse to talk about Simon's tweets, my thoughts on ranked SKYWARS. I mean, basically he wants to remove it because it's one of the smallest games on the network, yet it has the highest percentage of cheaters and boosters, and it also causes the most amount of first-time cheaters. So that's people who have never cheated before, never even considered it, and then start cheating because of how frustrating and annoying and cheater-infested ranked SKYWARS is. So your boy might have a little bit of experience in that field, and I just kind of wanted to talk about it. Personally, I'm kind of on the fence with this whole situation. I'm more so leaning towards delete it, because honestly, the amount of problems this game causes for the very small amount of the community that plays it, honestly, is it worth it? Is the game really that good that you should keep it around to breed so many cheaters, so many boosters, and have this joke of a game mode on your server? Like, literally every single competitive server points and laughs at ranked SKYWARS because this is the opposite of ranked. The only competition is who has the best settings that don't get detected by Watchdog, as well as who can just boost and cheat their way up the system through whatever means possible. There is no actual competitiveness to this game, but I do understand that some people actually find it fun, and they may need a psychiatric ward, but that's fair enough. You know, I can see it. This game is pretty fun. I honestly, if there was no like competition, there was no rating, there were no rewards or anything, it'd be pretty decent. I don't mind the gameplay in this. I like the kind of smaller games, more intense fights than in a regular game. You know, there's no strength perk carrying you or anything like that. I just have a pretty decent time until I realized that I'm playing ranked. Deleting the game wouldn't just suck for the players though, it would really suck for the ranked SKYWARS YouTubers. I mean, these are people that have made this game their source of income, or it's like their source of popularity, or the most popular series on their channel, and by deleting that, you effectively take their job away. So yeah, it's in a really tough situation right now. There is an audience for ranked SKYWARS. These ranked SKYWARS YouTubers do incredibly well. Clearly people want to watch it, which is weird because nobody wants to play it, but when you think about it, it makes perfect sense. The game is actually pretty fun to watch, and it can be fun to play when everyone is playing fair. Nice try, my man. So it's fun to watch these godlike PvPers just hop into ranked and absolutely mop the floor with every single person they come into contact with. But then these viewers try to play the game for themselves. They just get hacked on, cheated on, watch everybody boost their way to the top, and they just don't want to play it anymore. So that's the problem with this game. It's stuck in this vicious circle. I mean, obviously there is a demand for it. People do enjoy the game. People want to watch the game, but then they come to play it, and then if they don't like quit because of the boosting and toxicity, they become part of the boosting and toxicity, and that's where I can talk about this situation. Obviously, a few years ago, I was banned for doing that very same thing myself. Ironically, I didn't really care about the rewards. I got nowhere near the rewards. I think I was in like gold division when I got banned. It was pretty embarrassing, but it's purely because I wanted to play this game. I was in that group of people who would watch fellow YouTubers who was pretty decent at the game, who wanted to sweat and show their skill and get some nice recordings, but I just kept on running into the most blatant cheaters in the world who would use the most obvious settings and never get banned. If it was just some random cheater, honestly, I probably wouldn't have cared, but I knew these people. These people had super high stats. These people were on the leaderboards every single season. These people were well-known players, some of them even YouTubers with a few thousand subscribers, and I would see them in games cheating against me using the most obvious settings, and I'm like, what is this? Like, if it was just some random non who nobody really cared about who was just cheating, it's like, yeah, fair enough. But these people every season consistently get on the leaderboards by hacking their butts off, dude. Why can't I do that? Like, if these people are doing that every single season, if I use, you know, like the tiniest settings, oh my god. Oh my, what? That was honestly sick. Okay, I'm trying to keep my composure for the video, but that was insane. I didn't even realize there was a trap. My body just instinctively block glitched. That was sick. I'm in shock right now, man. I'm just trying to record a video about this game and I encounter this on just some random person's island. I haven't even encountered this man before. Oh my god, this game does things to people, and I just totally missed that ender pearl, but I'm in shock, man. So that was my logic, and probably the logic of every single other first-time cheater in this game. You see all of these high-profile players season after season topping the leaderboards for months and months on end, and nothing is ever done about them. And you're like, well, why don't I just cheat as well? If these people are never getting banned using the most obvious settings in the world, why can't I do that? What's stopping me? And I just thought I'll just use even lower settings and nobody will ever notice, especially if I only cheat against the cheaters. It gives me an advantage against them, or at least puts me on the same playing field. I didn't want to cheat against legit players because honestly that would take the fun out of the game for me, and I'm not that much of a monster, okay? I may have been a cheater, but I'm not that much of a demon. Yeah, I know it was still wrong, okay? There's no defending it, but that was my logic. And the amount of people I've seen with that very same excuse, it makes me think it's the game. Like, yes, it is my fault. I'm not trying to deflect the blame by any means, but this game breeds toxicity, it breeds that mental state, and there's so many people that have done the exact same thing as me just because the game makes it feel like it's okay to. Like, literally, the game makes it feel like it's okay. It is so weird to say, but when you see like all of the top players pretty much doing it, it's like, what's the harm in another one? And therein lies the problem with this game. Cheating and boosting within this community has become so normalized now that just the most innocent Steve in the world will log in, join this game, and be cheating within like the week or something, dude. It is ridiculous. Obviously, I'm thinking very pessimistically. These are pretty extreme examples. I don't play the game that much and I don't really care for it that much, so either way is fine with me. But when I think of the amount of money, the amount of time and effort that the admins would have to sink into this game, which is like the smallest game on the entire server, by the way, with the highest percentage of cheaters, is it worth it from a business standpoint? I mean, yeah, the players might be upset, but think of just how much Hypixel has to do. He's just recruited like 5 new full-time developers just for the anti-cheat alone. He'd have to hire the admins to code all of the patches and fixes for this. He'd have to hire the staff team to constantly monitor for boosters, because honestly, Watchdog might get rid of the cheaters, but there's still going to be people boosting their way up the leaderboards. It's like, think of how much work and time you're gonna have to invest into this game. Will you really see the returns on that with how tiny it is? And I suppose one could argue that if they did fix everything wrong with the game, it would no longer be the smallest game, because obviously it would rise in popularity, right? There is an audience for this game. Clearly people want to see it on YouTube and stuff, so if they were no longer constantly getting hacked and boosted on, maybe they'd want to play it. But at the same time, is it really worth the massive investment for such a risk? I don't know, man. I don't know. I think this game is potentially salvageable. They'd have to do a lot, and I mean a lot, to fix it. The staff would have to devote, like, honestly, so much of their attention to it, perhaps even an entire team, just to catch all of the boosters and cheaters alone. It is repairable, especially when you take into consideration the fact that they're hiring 5 brand new full-time admins, each working 40 hours a week on a Minecraft anti-cheat. Like, that gives me so much hope for the future of the server, dude. Honestly, Simon is a real one for that. Couple that with the fact that he's been doing these insane, relentless ban waves like every single week at this point, I actually have hope, not just for the future of this game, but for the future of this server. And Hypixel has shown with these ban waves that he does not care who you are, what you cheated in, how much you cheated. If you've cheated even the slightest, you are gone. You are not wanted on the network, dude. All of the top Skyblock players, like the owner of the biggest Skyblock guild, the richest player in Skyblock as well, who had like everything, every single pet level 100 as well, gone, dude. Totally gone. And when I say totally gone, I don't just mean a long ban. I mean their accounts were wiped. So even if they do get unbanned, they have nothing to come back to. An entire guild was banned just for cheating in ranked Skywars, like boosting in it. I don't know when it was. It might have been recent. It might have been ages ago, but Simon has shown he doesn't care. If you boosted, you're gone. So I love that attitude, man. There's actually some fear for cheaters now. I literally mentioned earlier in this video, it's so easy to cheat in this game because you see all the top players cheating and you're like, well, I may as well do that if they're not getting banned. But now you see all of this happening and it makes you afraid to cheat. I mean, I was afraid to after the first time anyway. I don't really fancy losing my job over some Minecraft cosmetic. But yeah, it is so good to see. I'm happy that Hypixel are making all of these changes, and it kind of gives me hope for the future of this game as well as the future of the server. I don't know whether ranked Skywars will stay or whether it will get deleted. That's still yet to be determined, I guess. I honestly commend Hypixel for not deleting this game sooner. It is far more trouble than it is worth. It is so insignificant, barely anybody plays it, so many people cheat in it, it breeds so much toxicity. But then again, I do understand why it's not being deleted. The only reason I'm more for it being deleted is because it's not like deleting any other game on the network, you know. If you deleted Mega Wars, for example, that's another small game that also has a high proportion of cheaters, but deleting that is a difficult situation because once Mega Wars is gone, it is gone, dude. There is nothing like that game out there. You cannot play it anywhere else. But if you delete ranked, you can still play Skywars. There's still normal, there's still insane, there's still solos, there's still duos, there's still mega. Skywars isn't gone. You just can't play this one particular very toxic mode of it. I also don't think the problem with this game will ever truly go away. It doesn't matter how good the anti-cheat is. You might eliminate all of the hackers, but the boosters will still be there. You're gonna require constant moderation just to get rid of those. And is it worth it? The cosmetics as well alone incentivize cheating so much. The community holds the cosmetics to such a high standard. It is insane. I can tell you as a streamer, whenever I'm not using my notes projectile trail, everyone in the chat wants me to put it on. I don't know why everybody fanboys over the cosmetics so much. Like, you see a YouTuber, he wins a game and at the end he has the Ender Dragon victory dance. You're like, dang, this guy is insane at the game. I'm gonna give him my subscription. The community worships the cosmetics in this game, but they're impossible to get without cheating or boosting, so therefore people cheat and boost to get the cosmetics. So yeah, the rewards are a bad system. I don't think this game should have rewards, or if they do, there should be a different way to get them. So Simon mentioned in his Twitter thread that maybe it had like points. You'd get like points, like a tournament system. So for example, maybe if you placed in gold, you'd get like 20 points. And then, I don't know, the notes projectile trail was 100 points. So if you got gold for 5 seasons, you'd be able to buy it. I think that's a much better system because, yeah, the rewards are still there. And yeah, it still takes time. You'd have to place gold consistently or whatever. But you can still get the rewards. You don't have to place in masters. You don't have to worry about getting there. You just play to gold, get the points, and then you're done. I mean, obviously people would want to do it faster and maybe cheat to higher divisions so they could get more points and buy the rewards quicker, but I think that's a good way of dealing with it. I don't know, this is just off the top of my head at the end of this video here. The admins will probably sit down and have a proper discussion about it, but I hope you all enjoyed this video regardless. If you did, please be sure to leave a like and consider subscribing if you're new around here, and I'll see you all soon. Peace.